This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President says that the main policy of the government is to eliminate poverty by improving the income of the villagers. The Prime Minister's tour to Bangladesh ends successfully. The police media spokesman says during the past 1.5 years, 30 fatal accidents have occurred in the Over province. 158 persons have been tested positive for COVID-19 today. In foreign news, rich states block vaccine plans for developing nations. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the main policy of the government is to eliminate poverty by improving the income of the villagers. Participating in the Gamasamaga Pilisandarak program in Walapane, he said the government has paid special attention to the agriculture and plantation sectors to achieve this goal. Participating in the program, he also stated that the rural areas are the key point in his manifesto to eliminate poverty. The main policy is to improve the income level of poor villagers. 75% of our population live in rural areas. 35% of them are directly engaged in the agricultural industry. It is important to rescue the 75% of our population from poverty and to improve their income level. He said the government has paid special attention to develop agriculture and the plantation sectors. The certified price for fertilizer has been given. He pointed out that there will be no room for anyone to destroy the environment. The President said that certain groups are levelling false accusations over social media, stating that the government is destroying our forests. He said that fake news has been published using photographs of forest destruction in other countries. The President requested the people to not get misled by such false propaganda. Certain groups are attacking the government, which has a policy to safeguard national values. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa's official tour to Bangladesh has ended successfully. 6 MOUs have been signed between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. The agreement covers the fields of youth development, agriculture, technical education, tertiary education and training of nurses. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is on an official tour in Bangladesh, has held bilateral talks with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at her office. A cordial discussion took place between the two Prime Ministers before the commencement of the official talks. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister said that 50 years will be completed for the state-level relationship between the two countries. She also said that Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa's arrival will help strengthen the further relationship between the two nations. It has been decided to increase direct flights between the two countries. They paid special attention on eradicating the drug menace. The Bangladeshi Prime Minister has invited Sri Lankan students to visit Bangladesh for higher education. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has also invited the Bangladesh Prime Minister to engage in an official tour of Sri Lanka. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana says the reasons for the Passara bus accident is a cause of reckless driving. The driver could not control the bus. At present, he is receiving treatment at the Passara hospital. He said during the past 1.5 years, 30 fatal accidents have occurred in the Over province. The increase in accidents has become a crisis. The main reason for this situation is a cause of reckless driving and driving at high speeds and competition between the buses. He said 15 persons died due to the bus accident which occurred this morning in Passara. 33 persons have sustained injuries. There were 5 children among the injured. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
We continue with a local segment of news. 158 more persons were tested positive for the virus today. With the new development, the total novel coronavirus cases detected in the country have reached 89,655. The epidemiology unit data showed that 2,645 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres. However, 86,466 persons who were infected with the virus have been discharged so far upon receiving proper treatment. In the meantime, the death toll from the virus outbreak stands at 544. The Pundaloya police say that 2 suspects have been taken into custody for maintaining a refuse tea processing centre at the Kumbal Oluwa area in Pundaloya. The centre was raided by the police special task force. Over 4,000 kilograms of refuse tea has been taken into custody. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Raids are being conducted to nab businessmen who sell rice for more than the stipulated price. The Consumer Affairs Authority says that the raids will be conducted continuously island-wide. Stern legal action will be taken against such businessmen. The authority also said that 115 such raids were conducted in the northwestern province during the last 2 months. That was the main news story. Watchlight is next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
A look at Watchlight. The Water Supply and Drainage Board says that the water supply to Colombo 1, 3, 9, 14 and the Kaduwala areas will be interrupted for 15 hours from 9 a.m. to 12 midnight tomorrow due to repairs of a main pipe system. The water supply to Colombo 1, 7, 8 and 10 will be under low pressure during that period. That was Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Rich states block vaccine plans for developing nations. Magnitude 6.9 quake hits northeastern Japan. Former astronaut and senator nominated as NASA chief. Wealthy countries, including the UK, are blocking proposals to help developing nations increase their vaccine manufacturing capabilities, documents leaked to BBC Newsnight show. Several poorer countries have asked the World Health Organization to help them, but richer nations are pushing back on provisions in international law that would enable them to achieve this. This is according to a leaked copy of the negotiating text of a WHO resolution on the issue. Among those richer nations are the UK, the US, as well as the European Union. A magnitude 6.9 earthquake hit northeastern Japan this evening. Officials in the Miyagi prefecture say some people are injured. A tsunami advisory was issued for the prefecture, but it was lifted after about an hour and a half. The meteorological agency is warning that further jolts, as strong as the initial one, could occur over the next week or so. The quake registered an intensity of 5+ on the Japanese seismic scale of 0 to 7 in parts of the Miyagi prefecture. Some municipalities in the Tohoku region have opened evacuation centers. Some people moved to higher ground. Bill Nelson, a former astronaut and U.S. senator, has been nominated to be the next head of NASA. The 78-year-old is seen as a moderate Democrat, and his nomination by President Joe Biden yesterday drew bipartisan praise. He will need to be confirmed in the Senate before he can take up the role. Mr. Nelson said he was honored to be picked to lead the U.S. Space Agency, adding that he would help lead NASA into an exciting future. In a statement, the White House said he was known as the go-to senator for our nation's space program for many years. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Rich states block vaccine plans for developing nations. Magnitude 6.9 quake hits northeastern Japan. Former astronaut and senator nominated as NASA chief. That ends this bulletin of world news. Up next is development news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
Minister of Agriculture Mahindananda Alutgamage has stated that 3,314 million rupees has been allocated for agricultural development projects in the Vani region this year. Accordingly, 1,352 million rupees has been allocated for the Vavonia district and 1,699 million rupees for Mullaitivu. 262 million rupees has been allocated for the Mannar district. That was a look at development news. Sports news is up next.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
A look at sports news. Bangladesh's two-test tour of Sri Lanka is set to begin on the 21st of April, with both matches scheduled to be played at Pallekele. The series had originally been slated to be played last October, but was postponed after Sri Lanka's health authorities insisted that the touring team needed to spend 14 days in quarantine, to which neither the Bangladesh Cricket Board nor the Bangladesh players agreed. That was sports news. Business news follows.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Purchasing Managers' Indices for both manufacturing and services activities expanded in February. Manufacturing PMI sustained its expansion in February 2021, recording an index value of 59.4, owing to the expansion in production and new orders. Further, stock of purchases and employment, as well as suppliers' delivery time remained expanded, supporting to sustain the overall manufacturing sector PMI at an elevated level. That was a look at business news. Economic news is up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes a few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and no benefits.
Treasury bills valued at 45 billion rupees will be issued. The central bank said that the relevant auction will be held on the 24th of this month. Bidding is being convened for the primary dealers on government securities. The treasury bills could be purchased from primary dealers and licensed commercial banks. That was economic news. Finally, a look at the weather report.
Hello, Buddha. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasir, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places over most parts of the island during the evening or at night. Heavy falls, about 100 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa, Western and Central provinces and in the Gaul and Mathura districts. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasir, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The headlines again. The President says that the main policy of the government is to eliminate poverty by improving the income of the villagers. The Prime Minister's tour to Bangladesh ends successfully. The police media spokesman says during the past 1.5 years, 30 fatal accidents have occurred in the Over province. 158 persons have tested positive for COVID-19 today. And in foreign news, rich states block vaccine plans for developing nations. That ends tonight's news broadcast. The MW Express is all set and ready for its special journey to various destinations around the island and abroad, of course. The main man, all right, all smiles as always, and he has this beautiful set of teeth which he shows around most of the time. That means he's smiling, and that's wonderful. The main man at the control, looking forward to your delightful company. Every one of you tuned in, the line is opened, and of course, the main man is all set and ready to take down and he writes fast as well, so no worries.